Well, finally gonna add oil to the dude today, the old girl, and just finished up. Got a new fuel pump, no high volume pump. You know, do all this work. I would hate to get down there to the track and lean this thing out and blow it up or something dumb because we had a. Well, it might have been sufficient. I don't know. This is what we had here, but I don't know. I just wasn't comfortable with it, so I felt like the best thing to do. Put a new one on. We did. But yeah, this whole process has been a little bit longer than we wanted it to be. Just been busy bees around here. You know, trying to get the business off the ground and keep working, and got the animals stuff around here, the garden, and you know, right now we're in graduation season. Graduation season. We got some parties and things to go to. Congratulate some kids. Yesterday, Lorelai's boyfriend graduated. Had his graduation, so we actually went to it yesterday. And now we're back out here working on it again. She's over at her boyfriend's house. He's actually changing oil in her car for her. And I'm just going to keep plugging away on this guy. So let's go ahead and add some oil to this thing. And, get it as close as we can to fire. You know. See? Engine builder told me to fill this guy with 12 ounces of conventional oil and run it 4,000 RPM till the tank runs empty. So that's what we're going to do. He said after we do that, the motor should be nice and broke in, and we can start running our synthetic oil, which we're going to be running Mobil 1 10W30 through this guy. We used to do the Junior Dragster oil, and some people had said, "Yeah, don't do that. Don't fill it so fast that it overflows." That's what I just did. First time filling this evac system, so the old motor we didn't have that, so evidently got to go a little bit slower with this thing. Let it drain down in there. Ding dong. As you can tell, I ain't perfect, but that's okay. Ain't none of us perfect. There was only one. In case you was wondering, it wasn't good. But anyway, I heard that some not great things, not terrible things about the Junior Dragster oil, but one thing I did find out about it is the price is way more expensive, and the benefit ain't that much. He says it goes, from my experience, and we're about to find out here, so. We shall see. But we're getting closer every day. Conventional oil is what I'm putting in here. And, get it fired up with. And then we're going to switch over to the Mobil 1 synthetic oil. But I would imagine, I'm not real sure why, because I'm not really up on engine building and all that kinds of stuff, but I would tend to say there's better properties in minerals or whatever you want to call it that's in the conventional oil that the synthetic don't really do good for breaking things in, I would imagine. But clean up my mess here since I was a goober, but we shall see. So here we got the oil in that dude. What I'm going to do, I'm going to grab the starter, just going to prime the whole system. We're not going to fire it yet today. Running on alcohol is not a good idea to fire in a garage. It'd be different if I had doors that I could open up and do all of that, but I currently have a door that's kind of a pain in the neck. So, just going to get that done. Then we're going to go get starter. We'll prime this dude up. That way we can just get everything nice and oiled in the motor. Then we'll let it set. That'll also get everything all pumped, primed to the bowl. That way I can check, see if I got any leaks going in here, because this is just a carburetor that I bought off of somebody, and he said he says he didn't know much about it. You know how that goes. You know, nobody ever knows much of anything about anything. Well, that was my spare, you know, whatever. But we'll see. All right, I'm back with the old starter. We'll see if she's got enough juice. She's been sitting out there all winter. But she might. That's something we got to rebuild later on too. I had to redo some wiring. Oh, looks like I already did. Never mind. Must have done that last year. But I'll get this guy rolled over and primed real good. I still got to do chain, clutch, all that kinds of things. But we still got a lot of work to do. But just want to get some oil in it. Get the fuel system primed and all of that. So here we go. Oh yeah. She's nice and big. Yep, she did her in the door now. Dadgummit. Guess we'll put that on charge for a few. So this weekend is actually a Memorial Day race. That was going to be the second race that we was going to hit. And as you can tell, we aren't there yet. But we're getting closer. And see what we can't do moving forward about getting there, getting these things done. No shot dog, come here. Yeah, good boy. Good boy. Like my ears rubbed, don't you? Alright, go on. Lay down. Go on. Good boy. Yeah, we're getting there, so we'll see. Alright. Uncovered a little bit of an issue. When this guy goes on here, this back part here is going to hit these guys. And I got a spacer on there. Well, I had a spacer on there. This spacer here, it's all tapered and everything. Go over top of that guy. So that is supposed to slide on there like that. And that gives you enough room for everything. Problem is, this thing's all bent up in here, so I'm going to take it back off. See if I can maybe flatten it out or something with a hammer. I don't know why it's bent, but it is. So, see if we can't do something about that. Right quick. Oh, too big. Alright. Pull this guy off of here. See if we can't see why it's kind of popping out like it's supposed to be flat. So I don't know if the block, come on, Simplest tasks sometimes, I swear. Test your patience. I know my patience have been tested a lot here recently, but we gotta keep on going. And that's what we're gonna do. So at the end of the day, we ain't got another choice. Yeah. Guess there's a bunch of other choices. Oh, that's why. This hole, I didn't pay attention to that when I first put it on. This hole's got to be much bigger in here, so we're going to have to cut that out. Alright, well, not sure how I'm going to do that yet, but when I do, we'll let you know. Alright, so one of the things we're trying to find is the diameter of this circle here, and there's, you can obviously take and measure that and go over to this guy over here, and measure it on here and try to do that. But over here, we like some ingenuity stuff and trying to figure things out, so we don't have the best tools. We got quite a bit of tools here, but we don't have everything. So when you're trying to find a circle, best thing to do is try to find something. So, found a paint cap. Bust the center out so it'll go over the crank. Slide that dude right over that. That's going to be perfect size. And then that's going to get me back to where I need to be to make sure all my clutch and everything's in line once I cut this dude out. So, on to that part, try to figure that out. Alright, so I don't have what I need to cut this guy out on the chain guard. So we're going to go on, left my work trailer at the job site. That has a bunch of my tools. So we're going to go ahead and try to get this clutch put back on here. Get everything set and see, make sure it's going to work with that part. So that looks better back there anyway. Nice and tight. That's all going to clear once I fix that part. So now we need the secondary. What do I do with that dude? There we go. So we've actually got to take this thing apart and clean it real quick. So let's do that. Alright. Have this thing over there in charge for a moment. Let's see if now we can get this dude to crank over. Make all our switches are off. I'll go go and make sure the kill switch is on just to make sure something don't fire. We're just trying to crank it over and roll it over real good. Get some oil and run through it. So here we go. Good thing is, got fuel. I think I need to roll it over just a little bit more to make sure we got plenty of fuel in it. But, yeah. That's what we wanted to see. Battery went dead already, but got her cranked over. I got the oil worked up in everything real good, so that's all we was trying to accomplish. Alright, we're going to take this guy apart. We're going to, we've got some new buttons put in here. Got a new spring put in here. And never done it. So come along, watch, laugh. I mean, this thing could go like a rocket, hit me in the face. Who knows what we're going to get into. But around here, if I think I can do it, I'm going to do it. And I think I can do this. So I'm pretty mechanically inclined, so we'll see. Could be all wrong. Could be a little crazy. Could, but only one way to find out, right? And I don't have the money to pay a bunch of people to work on my stuff. So Here we go. Let's see what we're gonna get into here. See if we can. Oh, that's fun. Nice tight. Again, I don't know the proper order to take this thing apart. I don't know what I'm getting into in here. But I do know one thing. I'm not scared. Like, I think that's one of the keys when we do stuff, guys, is just having confidence. You know, having confidence that we can take care of it. We'll fix it. Yeah. It'd be nice to have one of them magnetic things, put all your bolts in. I had several of those around here at one point, but I don't know what happened to them. Misplaced them, had them in trailers that we got rid of, cars we got rid of, trucks we got rid of. I don't know. But all I know is we don't have one here, so. Go ahead and just keep taking it apart, I guess. I don't know how much load's on this spring. I mean, there's a little bit, as you can tell. So. And again, you guys like me up in the comments if you want about how big of a dum-dum I am because I'm doing it all wrong. That's okay. I know. I've been called worse and told worse. But all I know is we're gonna get her figured out. I don't know if it's the right one or not. Boy, wouldn't that be sweet? Oh, look at that. Alright. A little bit. That one in a little bit. That didn't do what I thought it was going to do. So evidently, this backside. I'm going to stand up for this. I know it can't have crazy amounts of tension on it, but it's definitely going to have some. Hey, look at there. Nothing came apart like a rocket ship. Alright. Well, there's the old. There's the new. So I would tend to say this one's collapsed a little bit. Don't know if that means anything or not, but there's about a ½ inch difference in there. Not much. Not too bad. But oh well. Was told to replace it, so we're going to replace it. If these little button dudes are held in, how they're held in, I don't know. Let's find out though. There we go. I thought they were straight. They're not. They're tapered. Here, wow. There's the new ones. Show you New one versus an old one, if you can see it here. I don't know if we can get the camera to zoom in there, but you can see this one over here is the old one. Definitely got some wear to it. This guy's the new one. So, definitely got some wear on the old. Thing about it is, we haven't done anything to this, and we've had it for 3 years. We haven't done anything. So, you see those guys, pretty worn out. Got a little flat spotted. So, get those replaced. Easy to tell which one's the old and which one's the new. So, these are the 3 new ones. I'm going to get some rags. I don't see why I need to take any of that apart other than spray it, clean it real good. And this here, I think we'll get a little Scotch-Brite or something. Try to clean that up a little bit, because we don't have a roller one, obviously, which would be sweet, but this is what we got. This is what we work with, and works for us. All right, got us some rags. Didn't have a Brillo pad or a Scotch-Brite pad, but I had a Brillo pad here. We're going to use that a little bit. Use some rags. And I usually use some denatured alcohol when I'm not real sure. I don't use brake parts cleaner. Might be just fine, but gotta make sure you keep that shim. That shim went in there, so make sure I get that guy put back in there. Actually, that shim did not go in there. The shim went right there. No, it didn't. It definitely went right there. I don't know. Go back and watch the video. Figure it out, because I didn't pay attention when it fell out. So, let's go ahead and get this stuff cleaned up real good. And this is just for aesthetic purposes. Since we got it out, now would be a good time to wipe everything down real good, clean it, and we'll go from there. So, clean all these surfaces where the belt rides, and make sure. Nice thing about this little Scotch-Brite, or this Brillo pad, whatever you want to call it, it ain't aggressive at all. Just trying to get all the loose stuff off of it real good. And, call it a day. Start putting them back together. See, I got all that gunk and grime off of there real good. So. Yay, have chickens, they said it'd be fun. It's not fun. They're good. Right now we've got too many roosters out there. We hatched a bunch of chickens. Sure it was wintertime, springtime, something, I don't remember when it was. And a bunch of them are roosters. We just haven't had a chance to get rid of them yet. But we will. So right now they're all being little buttholes and crowing at each other and cock-a-doodle-doo fighting. I mean, sometimes it can be a little, humorous. Other times it can be very annoying. Again, this is mostly just for aesthetics. Just because we come this far. Why stop? Might as well make sure it's as good as we can get it. Whew, so dust come out my face. Like a nitro funny car, all that clutch dust coming out everywhere. I tend to say that's good enough. Make sure we put our buttons back on here. Gotta love them, they said. Oh, sure, that's magnetic. Forgot about that. Grabbing my metal table here. There's this guy. We'll hit these ramps a little bit. Look like a wore out brake rotor. Well, it'd be a good thing to change it, but we can't. So this is what we got. This is what you got. This is what you work with. Know what I'm saying? I'm sure a lot of you guys are just like it out there. You'll want for more, and you'd love to have all the fancy stuff and fancy schmancy, but it's just not in our cards. I'm okay with it, because you know what? We have a lot of fun at this. Bit of the old denatured here. Yep, I know. Should use gloves. I should use gloves for a lot of stuff at work. Should wear masks. Should do all kinds of different things. But I don't. You know why? Because I don't have to. At the end of the day, all the dust and crap that I breathe and all this stuff I get on my skin, there might come a point in time in my life I'm like, you know, I probably should have worn masks when I was doing grinding and welding. I probably should have done this or should have done that. But you know what? The only person I have to blame is myself. Alright. So I forgot to clean this guy off. You know what feels really good? It's just being able to maintenance this thing. Like I said before, we ran this car really hard for a couple years. And just haven't been able to have the time to maintenance it. And so even though we're not making it out here when we want to, we wanted to be out a while ago. But she's been doing a bunch of working and boyfriend stuff, you know how it goes. And I've been working on the house from here from time to time, and working on the old garden. I spent last weekend getting all that stuff planted real good, and it coming along pretty good. What I will say is we got another channel. It's called Honeydew's Homestead. Go ahead and head on over there and check that guy out. And, that's more of our personal
life stuff, you know. And so we get a moment, go check that out and see what you think about it. Did some more of our garden and stuff. Just got a bunch of my wife, you know. We went to Amish country and had our trip on there, you know, going to the grocery stores, acting a fool sometimes. And then they'll have stuff around here, you know, little projects and stuff we do around here. Got some gardening things. My wife likes to cook and bake and, you know, it's on there. So every now and then she comes out here with us and chats with us too. So, okay. I guess the big thing is now remembering what goes where. Pretty sure that one in there. This guy. I gotta check my phone real quick to see what hole he wanted me to put there. New terms and conditions. I don't care. Eighth hole. We got eighth hole. This guy. Some dumb head. Pop that one loose, but I'll get her stuck right back down in there where she thinks. What I will say, I would tend to say anyway, you don't want to cram these dudes home. Tightening these guys down, you want to run them down till they bottom out like that. Run them down evenly, obviously. And just give them a little bit of ugga-dugging. That's it. Then take this guy, come back, check it. Just see, plenty tight. Plenty tight. Just want to make sure you didn't leave anything loose. That wouldn't be good, would it? Go down the track and have a mess. Anyway, now we can put these guys back
together. About time to head in, grab Mama, and go get some pizza. Got a coupon coming yesterday, and the old email says we can get us a pizza for $10.99, a large. Works for me. I'm not all into the $20 pizzas. It's crazy. $10.99. You almost can't cook like that at home. Price food. But that's neither here nor there. Right. There it is. I use that to run it down, and I like to use this guy because get a better feel for it. Make sure, see that was a little loose. Make sure that dude's all nice and tight. Just like that. Flip it over. So all in all, I mean, we'll see when I put it back together if I screwed anything up. I don't think I did, but you never know, right? It makes me wonder, is that shim, but really, there's nowhere else for that to go. That's where it had to go. Where it's at. Yeah, just run that dude down. Because if you try to crank it with these dudes, I don't care if you use that other end, you'll bust that thing. And these bigger ones are a little bit stronger, but those little guys, I busted enough of them. So, now we'll just put them in there like that. Tighten it down. Call it a day, see, make sure she works. Ooh-wee. Huh? That slides a heck of a lot better than it did. I don't know if that's the right hole. Get a hold of Todd and we'll find out. That should have been there. That should have been spun a lot tighter. I don't tend to say probably a lot tighter. That just seems really loose to me. So we'll see. If need be, there ain't a whole lot to do that. So there it is. One thing I might have to change is this guy. This might be the 8th hole, not this one. I'm not sure. We'll figure that out, and then we'll put it on the collar. But for now, she's good. Works a lot better.